White bread, white bread! You can do amazing burger buns. You can make these into something savory, like a burger so big you can't even get your mouth around it. Or you can do chocolate butter filled donuts. You can make this sweet or savory. It's the absolute most perfect white bread recipe for when you're watching your carbs. If you have a failed pancreas, you're on a low carb diet, it's absolutely perfect for it. Is the ingredients, I think it's 5 ingredients. Super simple to make. So we're just gonna start by dividing the eggs, and be really, really careful here. You want to divide the whites from the yolks, and if you pop a yolk, either take a spoon and get out every single drop of the yolk from the whites, or just put it in a bowl and save it for later and cook it for scrambled eggs or something. You want these purely egg whites. So just be really, really careful. 6 of them we're going to reincorporate into it. So the other 6 you can just save for a hollandaise sauce, or you can make into an omelette for breakfast or anything. So we only need 6 of the yolks, so the other 6 you can store away. And then we'll be putting half a teaspoon of cream of tartar in each bowl, and then 1 tablespoon of allulose in each bowl. So there's 6 egg whites, half a teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 1 tablespoon of allulose in each bowl. The allulose really, really helps it just puff up and turn into, it almost looks like whipped cream or really cold vanilla ice cream. I guess all ice cream is cold, but you know what I mean. You want to beat that until it looks just like this. It turns white. Now this is crazy important. You have to get them fully whipped, and then you add the third cup of egg white protein powder and the half a teaspoon of cognac jelly or glucomannan powder. And those things act as flour and gluten, and they really are what makes it imitate bread really well. But you know, for anyone with autoimmune disorders or a failed pancreas or blood sugar problems, any sort of diabetes, you really want to just keep, for most people, you want to keep the gluten and the dairy out, flour, grains. So this is just a typical icing bag, like a piping bag for frosting a cake. You turn it inside out, and then you just shove the whites in, and you grease the cookie sheet. And you kind of mark out evenly spacing. These get huge when they bake, so you want to give them a good spacing. So I just kind of outline my 6 buns, and this makes 12 buns. And while we're doing this, we will have preheated the oven either to 325 degrees Fahrenheit or about 160 degrees Celsius. You can spoon these on if you don't have a $1.75 piping bag, but they come out really ugly, and it's just kind of miserable to work with. Just spend the $1 and get the piping bag. You don't need a tip in it. See, it's just an open bottom. You don't want a tip, so just the end of the bag is good. And if you don't have either of those, you can use like a gallon-sized Ziploc bag and then just clip the very end of it off. It's a little messier to do that. Now, we will have left just a little bit of the egg whites out to add back the yolks in, and it's kind of like a whipped custard topping. Why are we doing that? Because it's freaking delicious, and it makes them, since we are imitating bread here, it makes them really golden and almost kind of not necessarily sweet, but just it adds something that I can't describe. This custard topping, it's wonderful. It just makes them look really beautiful when they bake as well. It has that golden, fresh yeast roll look to it. And then you just kind of smooth them out. You don't really want any peaks. The peaks will bake faster than the rest, and sometimes they can get a bit burned. So just kind of smooth them out. And they don't have to be perfect, you know. Good enough. I've seen those cookie sheets that have the... Okay, and this takes about 15 minutes baking. And then turn the oven off for about 10 minutes and just open the door a little bit and let them sit. They won't fall as badly. They'll remain really high and puffy. So yeah, these are white magic buns. They're about 64 calories per bun, about 1 gram of carbs, 2 grams of fat, 9 grams of protein. They're excellent for staying on track if you're watching your carbs. And if you like this video, definitely like the video. And I have community for people with type 2 diabetes. If you're an overweight man over 30 and you want to lose your first 50 pounds without reducing calories, without exercising, just have a look at that. Click the link, join the group. It's free for now. And we'll see you on the inside. All you have to do is make a free profile and bam, you're in.